Master, I forbid the youngsters to spend a long time with women or visit them too frequently. Horipada has fallen into the clutches of a woman of the Ghoshpada sect. She shows maternal feeling for him. But Horipada is a child and doesn't understand its real meaning. The women of that sect act that way when they see young boys. I understand that Horipada lies on her lap and that she feeds him with her own hands. I shall tell him that this is not good. This very maternal feeling leads to a downfall. The women of that sect practice spiritual discipline in the company of men. They regard men as Krishna. A teacher of that sect asks a woman devotee, "Have you found your Krishna?" And she says, "Yes, I have found my Krishna." The other day, that woman came here. I watched the way she looked around, and I didn't approve of it. I said to her, "You may treat Horipada any way you like, but don't have any wrong feeling for him." The youngsters are now in the stage of sadhana. They are aspirants. For them, the only thing now is renunciation. A Shunnashi must not look even at the portrait of a woman. I say to them, don't sit beside a woman and talk to her, even if she is a devotee. You may say a word or two to her, standing. Even a perfect soul must follow this precept for his own protection, and also to set an example to others. When women come to me, I too say to them after a few minutes, go and visit the temples. If they don't get up, I myself leave the room. Others will learn from my example. Can you tell me why all these youngsters and you people too visit me? There must be something in me. Or why should you all feel such a pull, such attraction? Once I visited Hridoy's house at Sihor. From there, I was taken to Shyam Bazar. I had a vision of Gauranga before I entered the village, and I realized that I should meet Gauranga's devotees there. For 7 days and nights, I was surrounded by a huge crowd of people. Such attraction! Nothing but kirtan and dancing day and night. People stood in rows on the walls and even were in the trees. I stayed at Nottobor Goswami's house. It was crowded day and night. In the morning, I would run away to the house of a weaver for a little rest. There too, I found that people would gather after a few minutes. They carried drums and cymbals with them, and the drum constantly played takuti takuti. We would have our meal at 3 in the afternoon. The rumor spread everywhere that a man had arrived who died 7 times and came back to life again. Footnote: referring to the master's samadhi. Footnote ends. Hridoy would drag me away from the crowd to a paddy field, for fear I might have an attack of heat apoplexy. The crowd would follow us there like a line of ants. Again the cymbals, and the never-ending takuti takuti of the drums. Hridoy scolded them and said, "Why do you bother us like this? Have we never heard Kirtan?" The Vaishnava priests of the village came and almost started a quarrel. They thought I would take their share of the fees from the devotees. But soon they discovered that I didn't touch a piece of cloth or even a thread. Someone remarked that I was a Brahmagyani. So the Vaishnava Pundits wanted to test me. One said, "Why hasn't he beads and a mark on his forehead?" Another of them replied, "They have dropped from him as the dry branch from a coconut tree." It was there that I learnt this illustration of the dry branch of a coconut tree. The upadhis, limitations, drop when one attains knowledge. People came thronging from distant villages. They even spent the night there. At Sham Bazar, I learnt the meaning of divine attraction. When God incarnates himself on earth, he attracts people through the help of Yogamaya, his divine power. People become spellbound